This video is intended as a quick start guide to using WeCIM. It is not a comprehensive overview of all of the features, but focuses only on how to create a cutting program for single or multiple parts. Begin by clicking on the nesting button. Then select File and New. You may overwrite an existing file or enter a file name of your own. Next, select Tool Setup. This is the type of cutting you will be doing. A larger amperage cut requires more kerf and will automatically be compensated. Lead setup is standard, and layer setup is usually the same as tool setup. Next, enter a web size. This is the minimum distance between parts when nesting. Bottom border and left border also need to be entered. Top border and right border are not required. Next, proceed down and find Nesting Start. Select Near Clamps. We will nest at the bottom of the sheet upwards. Now we will add parts. You may add single or multiple parts. By clicking Add, you will select adding a single part to your list. The dialog box that appears allows you to select your part. A preview on the right will show you what this part will look like. You may choose from DXF or DWG formats. We are using DXF here. The part is now added to the list and is waiting for a quantity. We will enter 4. The rotation tells us how many tries the computer wants to make in degrees. 4 is 4 quadrants or 90 degrees rotation. This is all we need to do. If we wish to add multiple parts, we select Add Multi. The dialog box for multiples allows you to create an editable list before adding it here. Select Preview File to get a look at what the file will look like. Then select your parts and add to the list. You may add single or you may add multiple parts at one time by highlighting a group. You may also edit and delete from this list. Next, enter quantities for the parts and number of rotations. The first part shown here is a large part that will not fit vertically, so rather than waste the computer's time trying to figure that out, we will just enter 1 rotation or do not rotate. 4 rotations again is 90-degree quadrants. The dialog box that appears will show if you have previously accessed this file. Always select Yes to overwrite the existing file so you get the latest version in case you've made changes to your drawings. We now have a list on the left showing all of the available parts, and we can edit the quantities and rotations. Once we've made any changes, we select Apply, and we are ready to use this list. Next, we select a sheet of material. In this case, we will find the 5 by 10 foot sheet of material, and right-click on it, selecting Add to Process Order. This sheet is now available for nesting. A quantity of -1 indicates that we have an unlimited number of these sheets. Length and width may also be edited for nesting on remnants. Once you select Build, a box will appear showing the progress of the nesting. This is to ensure you that the machine is working and has not stopped waiting for an input. It is trying to find the best nest and rotating the parts to fit your sheet. Once nesting has progressed to the correct portion, you will see the parts begin to be nested on the sheet. If it takes more than 1 sheet, the system will continue to the second sheet and will continue nesting. Once finished, you will get a nesting results preview. This allows you to see that you have 2 sheets here and that you may select between them to review them. Once you select OK, those are added to the results. In order to output these files, we highlight a file and select Export. We now have to give the file a name. In this case, I'll be using Parts 01. And if we have a fan connected to our system to turn on automatically, we may select that here, adding the codes to the process. Once you select OK, the code generation process is completed. Repeat for the second sheet by highlighting the sheet, putting in a file name, and OK in order to nest. Again, the nesting is completed. Now you may go directly to Dynatorch and open the nest file and cut the parts. There are many options and details in addition to what you have seen here that will allow you to handle more complex jobs. To learn about these, please attend a WeCIM training seminar.